Hey, Freddy with CJ Pony Parts. If you've been following our F-150 EcoBoost build, you've seen we've already done some LED upgrades, and today we're going to be upgrading the exhaust. Aftermarket exhausts are a great way to improve performance and sound of your vehicle, even more so on turbocharged vehicles. It'll allow the turbos to spool up quicker and will add a more aggressive sound. Today we're going to be installing this 4-inch MBRP exhaust on our 2016 EcoBoost F-150. This MBRP Cat-Back exhaust features 4-inch aluminized mandrel bent tubing with a single exit 5-inch polished stainless steel tip that outflows our factory exhaust by 70%, making it a perfect first performance upgrade for our EcoBoost F-150. Now before we start the install, we're going to show you what our factory exhaust sounds like. For this installation, you'll need a jack and jack stands or a lift, 3/8 ratchet, 13mm socket, 15mm socket, 5/16 hex key, and a 15mm wrench. We're obviously going to start by removing the factory system. It's pretty easy to remove. There's only 3 things we have to loosen. 2 bolts up here on the flange, and then 1 clamp right here with 1 nut. The 2 bolts that we have to remove from this flange are 13mm. Remove this clamp by loosening the 15mm nut. There's a locking tab on this muffler here. You have to give the pipe a twist to release it. Now we can remove the exhaust system. It can come out as one piece, but you might want some help because it's pretty heavy. Now I have my assistant Bill here. You might recognize him. He's been in a couple of CJ's videos before, and we're going to pull this exhaust out together. There's a total of 4 hangers that you're going to have to remove. This first one up here can come off by itself. Penetrating lubricant is going to help a lot when removing these. Spray it on the rubber here, and these hangers should come out really easy. And now that there's only 3 hangers left installed, we can just pull the exhaust out of them. Now that the factory exhaust is out, we can install our new MBRP Cat-Back. There's an extension pipe included in this kit if you have a longer wheelbase truck, but since our truck is a short bed, we don't need it. We can install it just using this front pipe. We're going to be using the supplied hardware to secure this front pipe with a bolt and washer on one side, then a flat washer, lock washer, then a nut on the other side. And just get these hand tight. You don't want to tighten this completely down just yet. Next, we're going to install this exhaust clamp with a built-in hanger and secure it to this rear mount. Install the muffler with the MBRP logo facing upright. Now just get these hand tight for now. You don't want to crank these down just yet. The next pipe to install is this over axle pipe. And get this clamp hand tight. Now we can install the tailpipe. Once you have everything installed properly, you can go ahead and start tightening up your clamps. All that's left now is just the tip. You want to get this on to where you like it, whether it's further out, further in, or clocked a certain way, whichever position you like, and then tighten it down. Tighten it up with a 5/16 hex bit. Now your installation's finished. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's hear what it sounds like. You've heard what it sounds like on the outside already. You're probably wondering, what does it sound like on the inside? Is it loud? Is it quiet? Does it sound good? Does it not sound good? Does it sound like a V8? Sound like a V6? What does it sound like? Well, first impressions, it's really quiet in here actually. At idle, you can't really tell that there's an exhaust. I have the radio off and you can barely hear it at idle. It's really quiet. For cruising, we're at highway speeds right now, 55 miles an hour, and you can barely tell that there's an aftermarket exhaust back there. It's really quiet, and I really like it. It doesn't drone, it's not gonna kill your ears, it's not gonna be exhausting if you go on a long cruise, a road trip, vacation, whatever. It's not gonna kill you. And it's not gonna get you a ticket either for being too loud. This thing is pretty quiet. Now when you get on it, you open it up, it's a lot louder, you can hear the turbos. It sounds pretty good. But even then, it's still not obnoxiously loud. It sounds good. It's the perfect mixture of just being loud enough and sounding good. It's not overkill at all. I think it's just right. If you're looking for that V8 sound, you're not going to get it with this. That's just not what this is supposed to do. But it does sound great. It's a different kind of sound. It's unique. There's not many things on the road that sound like this. There aren't many twin turbo V6s out there. There's plenty of V8s. You can hear them all day, but this is a very unique sound. Overall, I think this exhaust was a really good choice for this truck. It's not overkill, it's not going to kill your ears, it's not going to get you a ticket, it's not going to make anyone mad with how loud it is. It's not loud at all. It's nice and quiet for an aftermarket exhaust, it sounds great, and it runs great. I really like this exhaust. Our MBRP Cat-Back is installed, it fit great, it looks great, it sounds even better. Installation should take 1 to 2 hours, and before you know it, you'll be heading down the road.